Hey everyone! Today I'm going to be showing my flip through for Inktober 2017. This is my first year doing Inktober, and I'm really excited to show this, because this was a journey. This challenge was a straight up journey. I actually started 7 days late, so this whole time I've been really pressuring myself to get every drawing out every day and a couple extra to make sure I didn't fall behind. And I'm not gonna lie, I was behind the entire challenge. Seriously, like October 30th, I think I had like 7 left to do, and I was kind of freaking out. But I finished everything November 1st. Kind of cheating, but we're gonna leave that aside and pretend it's not. So, I actually did this challenge in 2 different sketchbooks because I started it in a mostly complete sketchbook and then finished it in this one right here. So, here we go. My first one for Swift, we have this picture. It's nerdy, but it's alright. I already explained it in the first video that I posted. You know, Swift. For you Pokemon nerds, including myself, it's the move that my little Flareon here is using. Next, for Divided, I had this apple, also in my first video. You know, my apple divided in half. You get the gist. My third one is Poison, and this was the last one that I have already posted on YouTube, the time-lapse of the drawing. I didn't actually film any of the other ones because most of these I was doing in places other than my house, you know, drawing on the go. Next is actually out of order a little bit, but that's okay. So this one is the only one I have not in the sketchbook. It's obviously Sword. I drew it on an index card just because I like the way it fit better. You know, nice little black border. Then after that we have Long. Yes, it's not very long, but we can pretend that it is. Shh, long arm, long tail, we'll try. After that is Crooked. I definitely went super out of order, but that's alright. After that is Underwater, which was supposed to be number 4, but instead I drew it like 7th. I have no idea why. I was delaying doing this one because I do most of my drawing late at night. It's kind of a bad habit, but I really enjoy drawing at night, so what can I say? And I put this one off for so long because I knew I was going to have to do stippling here, and if you have any experience with stippling, it's probably one of the worst things that you could ever do. Yet, it always comes out looking so nice, so I always want to do it, but I know I really shouldn't do it, because I'm not going to lie, this took way longer than it should have. The point of Inktober for me, I wanted to do it in a nice small sketchbook so that it wouldn't take too long and I could find the time every day to draw. But even with this one, my god, did it take a long time. And then once I finally finished the stipples, I decided it would be a good idea to do a bunch of lines in the background, which took even longer. So not a very good decision on my part, but, you know, life's life. After that was Shy, this lady with a bag on her head. She's shy. She's hiding. Then we have Screech, which is the last one in this sketchbook, then I have to move to the one underneath it. I didn't actually plan on putting the handprint there at first. I just wanted the word eek, and then I realized that it looked kind of crappy and a little rushed. So I'm like, alright, let's add something else, you know, spice it up a little bit. And I covered my entire hand in ink and put it on the page, and the first time it did not come out well. I used straight up black India ink, I brushed it onto my hand and pressed my hand on the page, and you couldn't even tell it was a handprint. So then I used an ink pen and put the ink pen ink onto my fingers and like individually pressed my fingers on the page. I had to like roll it around a little bit to get an actual fingerprint looking thing. So I'm not even gonna blame you if you didn't see a handprint at first, but I'm trying. This one also bled through all of these pages, which is okay. It was only the last 2 pages in the sketchbook, but wasted pages are never good. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna pretend I didn't just hit the camera and just roll with it. So starting in this sketchbook, it's not spiral, which did make me upset, because the pages seemed like they were going to be the same size as this other sketchbook, but with the seam of the paper and the little dotted line to rip it out, I feel like these pages are so much smaller, even though it wasn't that much of a difference. And just taking pictures of these drawings was so difficult because I had to bend over each page and like physically crease it with my own hands to get it to stay down. It was so annoying. So the first one in here is gigantic, And yeah, I know it doesn't look gigantic. It's in a small sketchbook, but shh. I drew a whale, and this was one of my favorite ones because it was a very different style of inking for me. I usually try to keep my ink drawings nice and neat and concise, but with this one, you could see it's just a bunch of scribbles. The shading is scribbles, and I love it. Next is, ooh, sneak peek. Next is Shattered. For me, I did Shattered out of order. I'm so sorry. Nice and simple, self-explanatory, little shattered heart. After that, I did Run, even though Run was supposed to be number 11 and Shattered was 12. Shh, it's okay. I didn't want to do somebody running or an animal running, so I was thinking of other things that run, right? And I found this really cool reference picture of like a melted candle, and here we go. This is the product, like running down the edges. Next was Teaming. It's close enough. And I did see other people's drawings for this one because, like I said, I've been behind in the challenge. So whenever I go on Instagram or other social medias, I see other people's submissions. And oh my god, everybody always knocks it out of the park. I love seeing the Inktober drawings. And a lot of people did, like, bug-infested objects. And this is just about the closest I got. It's alright, we're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. After that is Fierce. A nice fierce scratch. Yeah, just gonna keep rolling. Then after that is Mysterious. I chose a masquerade mask. Next was Fat. I really can't explain this one. I'm sure you get the point. Some of them, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, some of them do look a little bit, you know, crappier than others, but that's okay. It's alright. Like I said, pressed for time, I got it done. Alright, I'm proud that I finished this challenge. Very proud of myself, actually. But the good news is there's not many of them like this, and hey, it's still cute, so shush. Next is Graceful, a ballerina. A silhouette of a ballerina, my bad. After that is Filthy. There's something on the page right here. Yikes. Okay, it's gone. Then we have Cloud. This was one of my favorites too. I did it like a different style of inking. All the different styles make me so happy. Before this challenge, I didn't have a lot of inking experience. And every time I would do something solely on ink, I would usually do shading with cross-hatching, and I was like strictly limited to the skill of cross-hatching. So for some of these, you know, this little spiral, straight lines, some of the inking techniques are all brand new to me, and I'm actually really happy with the way they came out. I don't have really high hopes for myself sometimes, and I was pretty impressed with the end of this challenge. So definitely a grade A for myself in my book. The one after this is my favorite. You can see I've got my little finger here getting ready to flip the page. But before I flip it, the next one is Deep, and it is definitely my favorite one in my whole challenge. This one is the only one that I used straight India ink and water with to color. I used like a watercolor brush pen and dipped it into the ink myself. And yeah, that's why the paper's crinkled a little bit, because this is not watercolor paper. It's pretty thin, actually. But I'm just gonna let this drawing speak for itself. This is definitely my favorite one. After that was Furious. This is a phoenix. Nice and self-explanatory. Most of them are, but for some of them I did loosely interpret the prompts. For example, the long one, the one I had the person holding up the cat. Your first glance wouldn't scream the word long at you at all. But I had a little bit of an artist block for some of them, so I got pretty loosely interpreted with the prompts. Next is Trail. Trail of two people walking away from each other. After that is Juicy. This was a lemon in my reference picture, but hey, if you want it to be an orange, guess what? It's an orange. You like grapefruit? This is a grapefruit. Any citrus fruit, I got your back. Next is Blind. This is the only portrait that I drew. I'm not a big fan of portraits. I love the way they look, but I'm just not a big fan of drawing portraits. I'm not that good with proportions sometimes. And the whole drawing the other eye thing, yeah, I'm not good at that. You draw one eye, it's beautiful. You draw the second eye, it's all the way up here. It's rough. It's rough. Next was Ship. Yeah. Nice and simple. I was drawing a ship, like a boat, and I was so uninterested in it. And I have this problem. Whenever I'm drawing something that I'm not interested in, for the life of me, I cannot make it come out good. Like, in my art class, we were given something that we needed to draw, you know, like an assignment. And I was not a fan. And no matter how much time I put into it, it kind of came out very, very bad. To put it lightly, very bad. So I was trying to think of anything else that ship could mean. Because, of course, when you think of ship, you think of a boat. And, you know what? Things get shipped in boxes. I was highly debating writing Amazon Prime on the side of this box, but I didn't, so we'll see. And then we had Squeak, little cute mouse. This one was obviously a quick one, but it's cute. We're rolling with it. Next was Climb. We have a cat that climbed into a tree. And it was Halloween when I drew this one, so you can't expect me to not put in a couple more black cats. Big moons. I love Halloween so much. I'm so upset it's over. And then Fall. Acorn. Self-explanatory. You got me. Next we have yet another black cat. United. A black cat and a white cat. Originally I want to do something like yin and yang for this, but this is pretty similar now that I think about it. And then I found this cute picture, and I had this great idea, and I'm like, you know what? This is united. These cats are united. I love cats, if you can't tell. You can probably tell, it's kind of obvious. And when I looked at it again, I was thinking my original drawing idea. I'm like, you know what? I kind of did draw yin and yang. Only a little, but only a little. Next was Found. This was another one that I, for some reason, decided to stipple. I'm not that smart sometimes. I love the way stippling looks. I really, really do. But every time I start a drawing and decide to stipple, as soon as I get like 2 stipples on the page, I'm already regretting it. Self-hatred is just coursing through my veins. But I'm usually happy with the way it comes out. It's just the time commitment, man. And for our last one, very sad. Very sad that it's the last one, but very happy that I got to the last one. It was Mask. This is the only one I use color for. I figured, last one, go out with a bang. And here we go. My first year of completed Inktober. I'm so happy with this challenge. I've always wanted to do it. Every year I've seen things on Instagram of Inktober, and I love the way that ink drawings look. Seeing other people's ink drawings make me so happy, and I've always wanted to do it, but to be completely honest, up until this year, I didn't even know what the rules of Inktober were. I just knew it was some kind of challenge and it took place in October. The only thing I knew was that you had to use ink. I didn't realize it was a full 31-day commitment, but here we are, 31 days later. 32 if you count November 1st, but that didn't happen. And I'm super proud to announce that I've completed Inktober my first time, and I loved it. It was a little bit of... Okay, it's not a little bit. It was a lot of pressure. But afterwards, seriously, as soon as I finished the last detail on the first drawing, I felt so accomplished. I was so proud of myself for actually finishing this challenge. Because, like I said, I started 7 days late, and around, like, the middle of the month, knowing how far behind I wasn't even sure if I'd be able to complete the challenge and do the whole thing, but here we are. I'm so happy. I'm so happy about this. I would definitely recommend it to other people, especially if you're trying to get better with working with ink. I was a little bit hesitant because I don't use ink that often, so I wasn't sure how good I'd be at doing this challenge, but finishing the challenge, I feel so much more confident in my inking skills. I feel like I really improved throughout the challenge. So, 100% I would definitely recommend. Tell your friends and family and anyone else, you know. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in next year for next Inktober. Yeah, I'll see you in 1 year. No, I'm kidding. Thank you guys so much, and have a great day. See you next time.